Can a tabletop dishwasher work in a camper van? Let's test it. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So let's just get straight into it. I love testing the boundaries of Dobby, or more specifically, my micro camper. And when I say by testing the boundaries, I mean how much can my micro camper handle. Case in point, we've had shower systems, we've had massive power stations, induction hobs, big fridges, portable diesel heaters, we've had Wi-Fi solutions, composting toilet, aircon units, and even a washing machine. Has it all been practical? Probably not. Could you have it all in a tiny camper van? Probably not, but those videos do give you a visual representation of what's possible in a micro camper. So if any of those things are on your priority list, you'll know they'll fit. So having said all that, this video is going to test those boundaries once again and probably test them to their absolute limit. So if you've been keeping up with Van Build 2.0, you'll know that I haven't put a sink in. And I have had a couple of questions from people asking, well, how do you wash plates? How do you wash cutlery? And the simple answer is I've just got a collapsible bowl. I can boil the kettle up and I can just wash it like that. However, for my sterile clean freaks out there that are going crazy at the thought of that, I know that's not enough. And today I'm going to remedy that. Because thanks to today's sponsor, Hava, they have kindly sent out their Hava R09 portable dishwasher. And I'm going to test it out and see how well this can be used in a van life scenario. So this is the R09 tabletop dishwasher, which is the upgraded version of the R01, which is seen here. There is a couple of differences from the R01, one being the menu buttons at the top, and the other one is the fact that the R09 includes a water softener feature, but we'll get into that in a bit. And a couple other features just before we break it all down. There is absolutely no plumbing required for this dishwasher to work. You just put the water in here, you've got a hose at the bottom, and you just plug it into mains. You've got a 7-wash program, you've got a fruit and veg mode, and you've got a drying function. So let's get into it. In the box, all you get is the manual and the unit itself. Everything else is contained in here, so let's get it open and we'll see what we get. As you see, it is a nice self-closing door. That's more satisfying than it should be in a van. You do get, I'm guessing for like, to prevent dampness and stuff, you've got a nice 1.8 litre jug, and that's going to be for how you put water into the machine. I'm guessing this is going to be the fruit basket, possibly, to clean your fruit and veg. External hoses for the back for the water outlet, and we do get a nice cutlery holder or whatever you want to put in there for like smaller things so they stay in one place. Rack there as well, you can take the full thing out. That's everything that you get with it. So it isn't the biggest dishwasher, but in a camper van you don't really need a big dishwasher. So let's dig into the features and then let's get it set up. So let's cover dimensions first. It's 42.8 centimetres wide, 42.5 centimetres depth, and 45.8 centimetres in height, with a weight of 14.3 kilogram. Now that is without water in it, but again, you're not going to be carrying this when it's full of water and it's on. It's got a water tank capacity of 5 litres. It has a power draw of 950 watts, a noise level of 60 decibels, a touchscreen console across the top, nice blue LED light, and it's got a nice pull down door with pull out basket. And this has got 7 wash cycles, with normal for 69 minutes, eco for slightly dirty dishes at 68 minutes, quick, which is just slightly soiled, at 29 minutes, strong mode, so you would use this for baby bottles, oil, grimy, pet products, and this would be 89 minutes, glass for glassware, fragile items at 50 minutes. You've got fruit mode for washing hard surface fruit at room temperature water, and that goes at 19 minutes. And then you've got self-cleaning, which is recommended to use to maintain performance, and that runs for 79 minutes. All the programs aside from the fruit option run the air drying program after washing, but that can be stopped just to save power and if it isn't needed, so if you prefer to air dry them. So one of the brilliant features of this portable dishwasher is with the different modes, they don't lock you into like a 60-minute program. So if you don't have big power in your van, but you still like to have the home comforts of a dishwasher in your van, you could just put it on for a quick wash at 29 minutes and it'll still get the job done. So you're not using a lot of power, but you do have the benefit knowing your dishes are washed. So let's get it set up and show you in action. Setup for this is surprisingly easy. Like I said, you get 2 hoses. This hose is for if you do want to plumb it into your house, but since we're doing it in a van life scenario, off-grid type of thing, we're going to use this hose. So with this being a tabletop dishwasher, you just assume it's not going to have all the bells and the whistles as the big full-size function ones. No, this one. So like I said during the features, the Hava R09 does have a water softener feature. So just in case anybody doesn't know what a water softener function is, in a nutshell, deals with the coarseness or the harshness of the water that you're putting in, because not all water is the same. And with that water softener function, it traps magnesium and calcium ions, which again helps prevent limescale and leaving watermarks on your dishes. To use this function, all you do is use normal dishwasher salt and add 250 grams. And if you're looking the inside of this hole here and it's dry, just fill it with cold water and then pour the salt in and just give it a gentle stir. I'm not going to do it today because I don't have any salt left, but generally on the first run of the dishwasher, you'll want to run it with the salt and get it running through the system before you put any dishes in it. Do you actually need the dishwasher salt? No, the unit will run fine, it's just, again, the salt icon will stay on. But again, the dishwasher salt is just more for dealing with the harshness or the hardness of your local water. We do have a Jubilee clip on here, but I'm thinking maybe we take that Jubilee clip off and put it on here, because I would rather this was tighter on the dishwasher. So let's take it off of here and we'll put it on this one. And again, this is just to make sure it's nice and tight and it's not going to slip off, but you don't want to make it too tight so it doesn't burst the rubber. This is your water inlet and this is your water outlet. So again, your water inlet would go here. So with this setup, I'm not saying I don't trust the machine, but it is a dishwasher in a van and it's my first time setting it up, so I don't want to flood my van. We have a dishwasher here just in case emergencies, I can whip it out. We've got the Elite 200 V2 power in it, and as you can see, we've got the waste pipe coming out and just going into that bucket there. All you do is untwist the cap, take it off, and this is where the water goes in. Because this is connected to your power, when you start pulling the power in, it will give off a couple of beeps to let you know that it's full. So like I said in the features, it is a 5 litre tank. So this will now be the third one. And we should get beeps when it's full. There we go. So where we put the water in, we do have a nice mesh grate over it, and that's just acting as like a filter, so we can't drop any solids in there and nothing's going to damage the machine. And then all we need to do is just pop the lid back on and close it like that. So before the program starts, the dishwasher will check if there's any water in the water tank first, and it will use that. If not, then it will switch over to using it from your house tap or wherever you've got it plumbed in. That's a nice feature to have, and even though it isn't a full-size dishwasher, that's a nice feature to have. And also, even when you plug it into your house tap and stuff, it will still only take 5 litres. So it'll take 5 litres either from the tank or from your house, which is pretty cool, so it doesn't take any more water than it needs. And just another quick point, when you are adding water, make sure it's cold, because the device likes to heat the water up itself. For the detergent, you can use the liquids, the powders, and also the tablets. Down here, as you can see, is where you put your detergent. Put the powder, liquid, or even the wee tablets in here. You see we've got normal, eco, quick, strong, glass, fruit, self-clean, dry, delay and lock, and start and pause. So basically these are your main settings, and then you've got your self-clean, which will clean the unit, but you can turn these on and then add, say, a dry, so that it knows to dry after it's finished its program, but you can also turn that off, and you can also set a delay as well of when you want the unit to come on. So I stopped the test because you couldn't really see anything, so I've turned it round now and we'll be able to see it a lot better. So check this. So quick and start. So as you can see at the top here, we do have an icon, and that's telling us it's detecting if there's water in the tank first of all. The water is coming in. I'm so nervous. Oh, a dishwasher in a camper van. So as you can see, no drips, nice and dry. So you can also pause it as well and then restart. So let's see how many watts we're taking on the Blue 80. So as you can see, we're taking 940 watts and we could run this for 2 hours. Of all the things that I thought I would be testing in this van, a dishwasher wasn't one of them. And that just goes to show as well, I'm talking normal volume. It isn't even that loud and it's right next to me. I could easily just leave that washing the dishes for 30 minutes and it will just put me to sleep. So let's do the pros and cons while it's working. First pro, it's a dishwasher that can easily fit in your van. Second pro, without the water in it, it is portable and light. Another pro for me is it's good on power. 900 watts might seem a lot for some people, but if you're just using this on the quick setting, it's only 28-30 minutes, so you're not losing that much power. And again, if you're on a campsite, you're not losing any power. Another pro is its sterilisation. This has a function on it that can sterilise baby bottles. So if you did have plans for van life and just had a baby and you were worried about sterilisation of bottles and stuff, because this is tabletop, it means if you're holding the baby in one arm, you're just pulling the lid down to get access to the bottles. You're not bending down for a normal dishwasher to get at the bottles. So everything's basically within reach without bending down. So as we were discussing the pros and cons, it's drained the current cycle water and it's now going to fill it up with fresh water. Let's talk about the cons. For what it is, with its size, its portability and its convenience, I don't have any cons. So who is the Hava R09 portable dishwasher for? RVs, camper vans, maybe bigger ones than a micro camper, motorhomes, people going to campsites, off-grid tiny homes, normal sized homes that don't have the space for a dishwasher in the kitchen, just put it on the countertop, students, and like I said before, newborn mothers. As I showed in my recent van build videos here where I used VR to map out the layout of my van, I was demonstrating that every van build needs 2 or 3 priorities that you want in the van that are non-negotiable. Whether it's a fridge, toilet, shower, gas cooker. If you're someone that's been holding off doing van life, whether it's for the weekend or even full time, but sterilisation of washing dishes, or maybe you've got a baby for baby bottles, has put you off doing it. And from some guys that I've spoke to who want to get into van life with their partners, the girls don't want to do it because, again, how do you wash your dishes? How do you get them clean? Stuff like that. So lads, they've no excuse. Would this fit in a micro camper? I don't know if it would fit in Dobby. You saw how high it was on the countertop. Maybe I could probably put it under the countertop. This would probably be more suited for a bigger van like a Transit Custom, Vivaro, and obviously Sprinters, motorhomes and stuff like that. But again, it's going to come down to what you want for your camper van. If you've got a small family and you're worried about dishes stinking out the cab, but you just can't be bothered doing dishes because you'd rather enjoy the sunsets, open the door and pop them in and just let that do the work. Again, look how small it is. People put full-size ovens in their vans, so this is nothing compared to that. So again, just to show it in action, 0 spills, no leaking, and as you can see, it's all going in to the waste here. And again, with the drainage hose, you can have it going into a bucket like that, or you can have it going into a sewage drain. So we're on 1 minute left. So once it's finished, you'll see how much power it's taking from the Bluetti Elite 200 V2 from a full charge. So I don't know if you can see that smoke there. So that's just letting out all the warm air from inside the dishwasher. And now it's wanting to start the drying time. But we'll stop it there before it does that, and we'll check how much power was used on the Bluetti Elite 200 V2. So there you have it. The Hava R09 only took 17% of the Bluetti Elite 200 V2 to do a 30-minute cycle. So guys, if you want to go and pick the Hava R09 up for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. And Hava have also given me a nice £10 off code, RD10 here. So in the first 5 days of this video going live, you'll get a nice £10 off. But guys, that's going to cover it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the Hava R09. Is a dishwasher too much to have in a micro camper, or is it just right to have in a normal size camper? So if you haven't already, why not get subscribed and hit that bell notification so you're always notified when I drop a new video. I'm always on the lookout for what next gadgets I can try, not just in Dobby, but van life in general. So if you don't want to miss any other video, make sure to get subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.